everybody, we're coming at you now from the Carnival Liberty. It's the legend and Molly, who's now drinking 2 drinks at once as her hair blows everywhere. And we are going to show you all around the ship. We're going to show you all the bars, all the food, all the fun stuff there is to do. So come join us on a walk around the Carnival Liberty cruise ship. Coming at you now from the sports deck, which is up here towards the back of the ship. And it's home to mini golf, which I really like. They have a 9-hole mini golf. Now, Molly is not good at mini golf. In a 9-hole mini golf course when we played, she managed to lose by 8 strokes.
7 at the end.
7 strokes. But they have a really nice little 9-hole course. Obviously, sea day is going to be much busier. Here on a port day, like we were here yesterday, there's nobody up here. It was very peaceful, very pleasant. And then the other part of the sports deck behind us is where you have basketball and soccer and volleyball and things like that. So if you like sports and want to come up here and shoot free throws, do that. I'm a mini golf guy. I like their mini golf course. Pretty nice course for a cruise ship. And well kept too, like everything's in good working order. They have plenty of putters, plenty of balls, things like that. Sometimes you go on the cruise ship and there's like 3 putters and 2 balls and you're like, what the hell? Here it's well maintained. There was a guy up here yesterday vacuuming the greens. So it's in a very good shape. I'm gonna show you off the main pool area here. So you got the big twister water slide, which you load up on deck 14 and you go slide down. Honestly, this is one of the areas I think the cruise ship could really improve, as it's a really nice cruise ship with a very mediocre water slide. Like, it's a pretty looking water slide, but they only have 1 and it's really not that great. This area, they have 2 different pools. So they've got a pool up there and they've got a big pool right there in front of Jumbo Vision. And then the cruise ship's home to 7 different hot tubs. There's gonna be 3 over here on this pool deck. 1, 2, and then 3. There's going to be 2 in the Serenity Deck and 2 in the indoor-outdoor pool in the back. So if you're a pool person, there's also a lot of lounge chairs, lots of chairs. So if you want to, get some sun, I really don't think you're going to have a problem doing so on the ship.
And the line has not been bad for the water slide.
That's because the water slide's lame, Molly. It's an area for improvement. Very nice cruise ship, very mediocre water slide. But we're also, like, this is our sea day, and it's a great sea day because the sun is out and the ocean is really, really calm. Like, most of the time you have no idea you're even moving. It's been very, very wonderful. So we are now in the Venetian Palace Theatre, which is a very, very, very large theater here on the Carnival Liberty cruise ship. And this is where they do all their big production shows. Got a nice theme to it of like jokers and masks of Venetian type stuff. And I like it. We saw the show, last night's show was called Flick, and it was all about movies and things like that. And it was fantastic. Like, it was a very, very good cruise ship show.
Definitely one of the best ones.
Special effects, great projection stuff. We're about to see a Christmas show as it's Christmas time while we're here. And then tonight's show is theater show is America Rocks, which is going to be, I guess, your standard kind of singing and dancing, rock and roll kind of show. But I loved the show last night. I thought that was wonderful. I like the theater.
It's giant.
It's big. You don't have to worry about getting here too early because there's always going to be seats. So thumbs up to the theater. We're now in what's called the Flowers Lobby and Atrium area of the ship. And my favorite part about it is they've got this great chandelier here that with lights that changes colors, and it's very kind of hypnotizing and mesmerizing. This is where they do any of their kind of, some of their dance parties and things like that. There was a Motown party yesterday. There was an 80s party today. They do also holiday events in here. So the Christmas tree lights up and dances to music one night. Yesterday it was supposed to snow and it didn't. And it was actually really hilarious because like the DJ and the cruise director keep looking up and it just never snows. Eventually Santa did show up, except he got stuck on the elevator. So Santa was coming down on the elevator, got stuck on floor 5, and then he got stuck on floor 4. So it did not go off without a hitch, but it was still pretty humorous. I got a good laugh out of it.
It's very popular too, so get here early.
Yeah, anything in the atrium. Because there's not a ton of viewing. But I like just hanging out on some of the seats and like watching this thing change. It's really pretty neat. Also on the bottom floor is where you have your guest services and your storage surgeon desk. The 4th deck is where you got all your photo galleries. And on the top deck here, the 5th floor, is where you get your fun shops. We just bought $50, $40 on 4 bottles of rum that we can now drink when we get back home to lovely Florida. But anyway, this is the lobby and kind of what's going on in this section. Also during Christmas time here, they got this really nice area where you can go write your letter to Santa and things like that. So I don't know how I forgot about this when we were talking about the lobby. The lobby is also home to a wonderful bar. I'm drinking a nice Belvedere, Wildberry, and Sprite. Molly's drinking a Bahama Mama. They have a nice selection of martinis and things like that. Also, one of the places on the ship you could get Thirsty Frog Red, the brew. They're pretty much their own specialty beer. You can get that on draft here. And a nice bar. I'm going to get a martini a bit. Alright guys, right now we're on the back of the ship, and this area is actually kind of a neat area. This is the secondary pool, so you've got a pool, you've got 2 hot tubs, and the neat thing about it is there's a retractable roof, so in the event of bad weather or anything like that, this pool is still going to be very much useful. You've got a big old bar over here, and it's good. This pool bar doesn't get the lines that the other ones do, and then if you go over here, it's where the Pizza Pirate is, where they have pizza 24 hours a day, but there is always, always, always a line for pizza. Especially if you're like going the drunk hours later on, really long lines for pizza. So just be prepared for that. There's also all the way over there is a seafood shack, another upcharge area, and that's if you want to pay extra for lobster rolls and the like. All right, guys, we're now coming up at you from Deck 5, Promenade Deck, which is the center of nightlife on the ship. And we're going to start out by showing you all the different bars in here, starting off with the stage, which is kind of a weird place as it's not really used a whole lot. We played some trivia in here. This is where I won movies trivia. And it's
crafts here.
Yeah, arts and crafts. It's definitely kind of a cool room. I imagine they probably use this a lot for like private events and that kind of thing. But not a whole lot going on in here. But it is a neat space. But like tonight, I don't think there's a single event going on in here. Also, it's you can tell it's a bit of an older ship as there's giant doors to get in and out of all the different lounges on this floor. Some of the other ships you go on this same kind of classic cruise ship, they do not have that. Now over here is the Victoria Lounge, which is where you would find all the comedy clubs and things like that on the ship. We saw one of the shows, and it was a pretty solid comedian, I would say. Pretty big. Some of the cruise ships you go on, especially in this class, either these would be filled up big time, or they'd be like disgustingly hot. And that has not been the case here.
Granted, we saw the PG version, and there was a long line for the adult version.
I will say also one good thing about this lounge is that they do have a bar itself. Some of the comedy clubs, they don't have an actual bar where you could sit down and order a drink. You have to wait for a server to come around. So if you're somebody that wants to drink, this is definitely a good comedy club for you. Kind of a weird decor for a comedy club, though. A very, Victorian, fancy for a guy that's going to tell you jokes about his genitals and things like that. Moving along. We've only seen one of the 2 comedians, so we're hoping to probably see the other one tonight. But we'll see. We'll see how things go. Next up, Piano Bar Lounge. And it's crazy, too, to look through, like, the trippy glass. And then when you go in here, it's not that at all.
Yeah, they have tinted windows, red and yellow.
As you can see, like, everything out there looks yellow. It's not actually yellow. Piano guy, we've sat in here for probably about a half an hour or so on the first night of the cruise. Really good piano guy. That's a
terrible noise.
Yeah, that's a awful noise. Like if you were completely loaded though, this would be very, very trippy with all like the racing lights and things like that. But their piano guy on this ship, it's
he sounds amazing.
It's a gentleman named Martin, and like he was doing some John Legend songs and things like that. It was just like, holy cow, this guy's a really, really good singer. And that's been one of the themes on this ship that we've seen is that the music was very strong in a couple different ways. But this is fun. This is another one I'm hoping tonight on our last night on the ship, we can just spend another good half hour in here, having some drinks, singing along, that kind of thing. I like it, but definitely kind of, as we've seen with a couple of these different like Carnival cruise lines, the piano bar always takes kind of a trippy stance. And now Molly's going to open another big heavy door to get out. Yay! All right, which brings us to arguably Molly and I's favorite part of any Carnival cruise ship. And as you can tell tonight, it is very, very crowded. And this, my friends, this is the Alchemy Bar. The Alchemy Bar is sort of their fancy martini-style bar, of which they make really fancy drinks, and it's amazing. It's all included with your Cheers package. There's Titus over there, wonderful bartender. You also had Drazen, and it's cool because like these are the most talented bartenders on the ship. You get some wonderful drinks. We are big fans. Like the deal closer is like the best after dinner drink ever. French Kiss is very strong. That's what Molly's drinking right now. you fill them both martini. And that's also more than that. If you just have like, if you come over here and you're like, all right, my favorite thing's like, give me a chocolate-covered strawberry martini. They'll make one up, or things like that.
Yesterday I asked for a blue drink, and they made me a blue drink.
So the Alchemy Bar, for me, it's the Alchemy Bar and Guy's Burgers are the things I'm most excited about anytime I go on a Carnival cruise ship. Now, as we continue along the promenade, over here is going to be the Hot and Cool nightclub. And I would say we could tell you stuff about that, but we haven't been there yet. We're not really big nightclub people. Normally I'm only in the nightclub if I'm like out of my mind drunk. That might happen tonight, I really don't know. But I can't tell you much about the nightclub.
They also do the art auction there.
Art auction's in there, which was nice. But they didn't give it the free champagne until they started the actual auction. Normally we like to just sort of look at the art and drink a free glass of champagne and then move on. One of the more disappointing things about this ship is that they have the taste bar, but it was not open on any night of the cruise. This is normally something where they would serve you like an appetizer style portion of like a fancy steakhouse item or a chef's table item and things like that, and they just did not run it on this ship. So that was a bit of a bummer. It's also the kind of thing where if you have a cruise line and space is at such a premium, to not operate anything is kind of mind-boggling. Moving on over here, we have Club 02, which is a teen club, and this is where the Carnival Liberty sort of is not as cool as some of its sister ships. On things like the Valor or the Freedom we were both on, this space is the Red Frog Rum Pub. Here it is a teen club that's not even open right now. I will say one cool thing, the bar stools in there are Duracell batteries.
Yeah,
and that is fantastic. I mean, that's really, really neat, but that's the one spot that the ship falls not as cool as some of its sister ships do.
Well, this one was the first one.
Yeah, this was the first one that got the upgrade, so I'm sure next time they do. Now, something that is good for if you are a beverage consumer like we are on these cruise ships, and you're on the Cheers program, which gives you the 15 dukes a day for about $50. But it also gives you the option of getting any sodas and non-alcoholic beverages. Here at the coffee bar, you come and get your Powerades. That's covered by the package and really helps you energize up for the next day. You could also come here and get milkshakes, which are delicious. So that is why I really like. I'm not a coffee guy at all, but that's why I like the coffee bar. As we move along over there, it's the featured cruise desk as well as the casino area. Obviously, you're not allowed to film the casinos, so we are not going to go over there. But it's a very large casino for a cruise ship.
I like the decor of the casino.
Yeah,
like Caesar Palace type decor.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, it's not like in Vegas, Caesar's Palace.
No, but it's cool for.
It's cool for a cruise ship, but the whole decor on the ship is pretty neat. Anyway, that'll do it for the Promenade Deck here. Here's the dining room that we got to eat on the ship. This is the Golden Olympia dining room, and I've actually really enjoyed my food. I had a couple different things. Obviously, we've done 2 out of our 3 dinners so far, and I had a brisket on night 1 that was wonderful, and then last night on formal night, I went for something very informal and got the St. Louis spare ribs, and they were excellent as well. Like, they were just fall off the bone. I think I've liked my food more than you have, Molly.
I like my ribs.
Your prime rib?
Prime rib. Sorry.
Yeah, so you had prime rib, and then what was the thing? You had some sort of pasta dish on night 1.
Yeah, I had lasagna. Vegetable lasagna. I mean, it's an experience. I always love coming here for dinner more than the buffet, but the food is kind of mediocre for me.
It is. Out of the major cruise lines, I think Carnival definitely has the worst food in the main dining room.
And they don't...
Not saying it's bad, just in comparison to your Disneys and your Royal Caribbeans and things like that.
And it takes away from the atmosphere when you don't have a tablecloth. You only have it on formal night. And I feel like it takes away from the experience and just the whole show.
But I've enjoyed it, and I will say, like, drink service in the dining room has been really quick, and that's sometimes a problem when you go on cruise ships. You order a drink and it gets there in like 30 minutes. Nor did I think any of our food really took that long. I've liked our desserts. The dessert yesterday was really good with that chocolate hazelnut cake.
And I like the chandeliers.
Yeah, and it's pretty. Waiters have been friendly. I've enjoyed the dining room experience. Welcome to the Serenity Deck, which is the 18 and over adults area. 21 and over? 21 and over. Okay, well, you gotta be an adult to be up here. And this is kind of the relaxing section. You got everything from cuddle pods to lots of wonderful lounge chairs and couches. your own bar, and this is a good tip. This bar is normally not busy, so if a lot of the bars on the pool deck are busy, come up here to the Serenity Deck and get your drink. But they have a, if you're into the relaxing thing and the sunbathing thing and the not kids thing, probably a good spot for you.
The coconut martini, though?
Do not order the coconut martini. Almost gagged.
It was not served in a martini glass, and it was not perfectly
Yeah, don't order the coconut martini.
Besides that, wonderful.
Wonderful. Wonderful! Molly's currently hanging out, showing off one of the hammocks here. And this is the top floor of the Serenity Deck, which has a couple of hot tubs and some hammocks. And you're way up tall, like you are way above the ocean line.
The hot tubs are cool, though.
They are full. But Molly's got 2 drinks, so she's doing okay. One thing I really enjoyed on this ship was the live music, and the piano guy in the piano bar was amazing, like super talented. Not the funnest guy you'll ever see at a piano bar, but probably the most skilled one I've seen. And then you got this really cool band that plays like a trio of violin songs, which is just so different. After being on a lot of cruise ships, this is very different, and I quite enjoy it. So the music on board the ship, and one of the guys that sings in the show is amazing. Alright guys, I want to talk about 2 things right now. I want to talk about the pool bars, and I want to talk about Guy's Burger Joint. Guy's Burgers is one of the things I really look forward to on a Carnival cruise. When I go on a Carnival cruise, the 2 things I can't wait for are Guy's Burger Joints, when you get these amazing burgers there, and the Alchemy Bar. We'll get to the Alchemy Bar in a little bit, but Guy's Burgers is wonderful. Not a big fan of their fries, but the burgers are amazing. The fries are a lot better in the topping section if you get the chipotle sauce that goes with it. That makes those fries really good. As Molly's gonna show right now, dipping a fry in that chipotle sauce. Yum, 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 yum. All right, so Guy's Burgers is not to be missed. It opens from noon to 6, I think, every day. I make sure I get at least one a day. It's my favorite thing. It's greasy, delicious.
I like how you can pick your toppings. So if you are a lettuce tomato person, you can do that. They have bell peppers and jalapenos. They have ketchup, mustard, mayo, bacon,
As you can
chipotle
tell,
sauce,
ours has gobs of bacon on it.
mushrooms, onions.
And then right by Guy's Burgers is the 2 pool bars on the deck, Blue Iguana Tequila Bar and the Red Frog Rum Bar. And it's pretty much margaritas and daiquiris. And they're fun. They have a really good lineup of specialty drinks. And, you know, the one side has all your tequilas and margaritas. The other side has all your rums and daiquiris. So there's a lot of specialty drinks there. And every one of them is pretty good. I think we've had probably most of them by now. Good luck with Molly, by the way. She's drinking like a 16-ounce Long Island.
Probably not the smartest idea.
It's like an agave pineapple tea, I think they call it, from the tequila bar. But good luck. After you're done with that, you're gonna be feeling good. And also some good things about this, if you're on the Cheers program, like they have some really nice tequilas, like Rocca Patron that's like $17 a shot. You could get that in your margarita, and it's fantastic. So I really like their pool bars with the specialty drinks, and but not as much as I like Guy's Burgers. And now I want to end this segment because I really want to eat this burger. The Carnival Liberty is home to an awesome arcade here with a little fake Tron guy called Without Batteries. I'm going to walk around and see some of the games. Actually, one of my favorite arcades I've been to at sea has been this one here. Also, be sure to check their Fun Times guide, as some days they do what they call Power Hour, and that'll be all the games get set to be half off. So that's good. Definitely save you some bucks, because most of the games are like $1 or $1.25, and that becomes, you know, 50 cents or 60 cents with that. But all sorts of fun games in here. I'm a big fan of arcades, and they have a very modern collection of arcades. Everything from little turtle and duck games to your bigger stuff here in the back. Some very hard games. Dizzy Chicken is a very, very difficult game. A SpongeBob game. I do like Fishbowl Frenzy's an awesome game. You got Skee Ball, of course. Big stuff too, like the new Space Invaders Frenzy game. Angry Birds Arcade. You know, the big wheel style games. I really like their arcade quite a bit. Crazy Tower is super fun. They got some like, shout out to our boys at Tryotech with the Typhoon. Milk Jug Toss, Down the Clown, Goldfish Frenzy, Let's Bounce, which was annoying because it was broken.
And the bad thing is you have to go to the arcade to get it.
You gotta go to the
money.
casino.
Or casino, yeah.
To get your money back. Like we went to get services and say like this game took like $6 from us, and then they're like, oh, we can't do anything. You have to go to the casino. So that was kind of annoying. Pac-Man Smash, which is an awesome air hockey game. Just a very, very modern selection of games. So big ups to their arcade. So on the Carnival strips, one of my favorite meals is always the Sea Day brunch. I got a steak and eggs with filet and béarnaise sauce and that kind of thing. Molly, over there you get the huevos rancheros. And then we are going to share mac and cheese with fried chicken and bacon. Dude, this is good. Now coming at you from the Skybox Sports Bar on Deck 5, home to one of my favorite drinks on the ship. The Skybox Martini is fantastic. You can tell there's a lot of people in here right now as the game is on. It's a college football Saturday. A very heavy Georgia Bulldog favorite crowd in here. But great place to watch a game and a great place for a drink, so I highly recommend coming in here. So I really do enjoy the decor on the cruise ship. Outside of all the elevators, you have like these really cool kind of Greek vases. So the whole decor of the ship it's very neat and it holds up. Some of the cruise ships you go on, they feel very dated. This one, it feels really cool between the chandeliers that change colors and the vases. All right, guys, so it's Sea Day, and here at the buffet, it's the chocolate extravaganza. There's real food too, but I'm going to show you the more fun side, the chocolate extravaganza side, for all the different fun desserts, from everything from chocolate mint cake to... That looks good. I'm definitely going to get some chocolate cheesecake. Chocolate orange cake. Paired. Like, look how pretty that looks. What a wonderful looking cake. Chocolate lemon cake. Let's keep walking here. Let's see. Alright, we got all sorts of little tiny stuff to put like on top of your cakes. Ooh, chocolate mousse. Chocolate mousse. We got hot food, hot chocolate stuff. This is good stuff, guys. And then the creme de la creme over there. Chocolate fountain. Also, they do have a Mongolian wok in the buffet area as well, so that's good stuff. You get you pick your ingredients and have them all mix it up for you, so that's a pretty good lunch option as well. Long line for today. In the buffet area, there's also home to sushi at sea, so it's an upcharge, so you will pay a little bit of money, but it's not too much. I'm not a sushi guy, so this is not for me, but if you are, it is in the buffet area, right over here. So at the buffet, there's a couple different levels and a couple different sections. I normally like to sit up top here because it normally tends to be a little bit quieter than some of the chaos down below. Also, up top is where you find the old-fashioned barbecue, where you go get lots of great barbecue stuff. I go with the pork butt. It sounds disgusting, but tastes amazing. They also have good rolls and mac and cheese and things like that, so don't miss out on the second floor of the buffet here, the old-fashioned barbecue. Last but not least in the buffet area is the Carnival Deli, where you can come and get a couple different types of sandwiches and things like that made. Not my favorite place to eat. I did get a nice ham and cheese, but if you want a sandwich, it's in the buffet area. So this really isn't anything that has to do with the Carnival Liberty, but one of my favorite things to do on any cruise ship is to watch the sunset, especially on your day at sea. They always have like the sunrise and sunset times listed in your daily planner kind of thing, and it's a really, really pretty opportunity because at no point, like right now, it's wonderful because you look all the way around and you see no land, you see no other ships, you see nothing else, and it's pretty, it's very relaxing, picturesque. So always try, especially on your day at sea, to go out there and catch the sunset. Up here on Deck 10 is home to the Diamond Steakhouse, which is the big upcharge dinner restaurant. It's your typical like fancy steakhouse at sea kind of thing. Gotta look at the menu over here, so you get, you know, whether you want strip sirloin or cowboy steak, ribeyes, fillets. They've got a very nice looking menu in a nice kind of setting. And also, the big tip for me, like I'm probably not gonna pay $35 to eat in an upcharge restaurant, but I would go to the bar, and they have a bar in here that's really not advertised, and they do have some very higher priced cocktails. And if you're on the beverage plan like we are, anything under $50 you get to is included with your plan. So you can come up here and drink some really nice wines or scotches and things like that, or whiskeys. So it's definitely where you could get some good bang for your buck, but definitely dress up. You know, don't come to the steakhouse and, you know, a t-shirt and a hat. You know, dress up for a formal night, or just be respectable if you're gonna come here and try and grab a free drink, and you just walk right to the bar, or just tell them you're going to the bar and they'll let you in. Anyway, this is the Steakhouse. Have not eaten here, don't want to spend that $35, but what we saw, it looks good.
They won the award for 2007.
That's great.
10 years ago.
Might not want to hang up 10-year-old awards, but whatever.
It looked good.
Yeah, it did look good. And everyone, that'll do it for our tour of the Carnival Liberty. Overall, I really, really enjoyed this quick 3-night cruise out of Port Canaveral here. A wonderful time, very relaxing, good drinks, some good eats, and overall a really fun time. A couple of things from the last night. This was the only night I really did not enjoy my dining room experience. I thought the menu was weaker, so I went up for just like the standard steak, which kind of tasted like something out of an Applebee's, so not what I would expect from a cruise ship fare. But I did get meatballs as an appetizer, and those were fantastic. Also on night 3, we went to see the America Rocks, the second of the big performance shows, and it was just okay. It's kind of like your average bad theme park show, which is kind of funny because the show the night before, the Flick movie show, was fantastic. It felt kind of budgety, like there was a whole Kiss segment of the show with no pyro and no face paint and things like that. And I guess the lead singer of the show on the second night was like a British guy singing all American rock songs, so it didn't really work. Overall, great time on this cruise. Some of my favorite things, definitely the beverage plan. If you're a drinker, go for the Cheers package because it'll pay for itself real quick. You get some really nice drinks. A lot of these drinks on the ship will cost you $10, $16, whatever. With that package, you get $15 each day, and you could drink, and then it'll be about $50. So I definitely recommend the beverage package. Other highlights, still on the topic of the beverage package, the Alchemy Bar is a wonderful experience. Great cocktails there, very friendly bar staff. Food-wise, I liked my main dining room 2 out of 3 nights. Loved Guy's Burgers. A couple of weak points on this cruise ship, I would say, are the buffet food was pretty subpar. I really did not care much for anything off of the buffet, and they're off-hours dining. So if you were getting out of the bars, midnight or 1, there was not really great options for dining, as the pizza would have a long, long line, or you'd have to wait a considerable amount of time for your room service order. So those were 2 minor complaints, but overall, love the ship. If you have any questions about the Carnival Liberty, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you guys for watching. So if you're curious what hair looks like after a long afternoon of day drinking, here you go. That's terrible. Good thing I did not take my hat off.